Nothing will fly it.
Nothing, oh, don't worry.
Okay. You say nothing will fly? What the fly fuck? Hey, you are a liar.
My guide to love. Only show you ever need to watch.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Guide to Life, and today I have a guest with me here because we are going to be making knives from scratch, and I brought this psycho person here with me, Rozz, because she loves knives. She actually brings her knives all the way to Tokyo where she bought them from just to get them sharpened.
Because I didn't know any better. I didn't know that there are actually people who can do that for me in Singapore.
Okay, but still, who actually travels with a suitcase full of knives? I have the boss of the place here with me, Guang Jin, and he is the knife making expert. So usually you can take a knife making class with him and it spans across 5 days, but today we'll be having a speed up version where we'll be learning how to make a knife from scratch. Is that correct?
Yeah, TV Magic version. So the first stage of knife making is forging, and we're going to be using a really easy to use material. It's a carbon steel.
What is it going to make into 5 knives or what?
Yeah, eventually 5 knives, but you're only using end today. Yeah, so the extended length is so it doesn't get too hot.
I see.
Yeah, right. So here we have the furnace, and this is also known as a forge. It's currently at about 1,000 degrees now. We're going to put it in, and once it's preheated, it should be at the right temperature for forging. Just show you guys how it's supposed to look like. Okay, so.
什么懒觉?
So the key thing is to move very quickly when the steel is actually hot. When it's hot, right, that's when you can have the most advantage.
Oh, this is when we flatten it.
We have to flatten it.
And this is how you draw out the width of the blade.
Alright, I'm gonna go do my forging now. Okay. Yeah, damn heavy. Okay, exactly.
Okay, and you want to strike it.
打铁趁热. Nothing is
Just keep
happening.
going, don't worry, just keep going, and then I will criticize you after that.
Criticize you.
This is gonna take 1,000 years, dude. It looks nothing like a blade for now.
Yep. Okay, can you go any harder? It's a bit cold already, we can put it back in first.
Okay.
I think it's definitely more difficult than I expected. I thought that when it was piping hot like red, it would be quite soft, like molten glass, like we can blow it and shit. But no, it is still freaking hard. I'm beginning to think that a knife doesn't need to be a pointy-ended knife. It can be a square-ended knife. Oh yeah, yeah. Why can't we make a freaking cleaver? We can do that.
And people think I can take a lot of pressure and a lot of, beating because I'm like big.
Yeah.
I can't. My
No,
arms,
yeah.
I'm like T-Rex. Okay.
Do the hammering. She's like,
I can't. Fucking heavy.
Okay,
Oh my god.
Raise it very high and then drop it down.
I have no arm strength.
Okay.
Oh my god. Ah.
Normally it takes about 2 hours for you to produce something that looks kind of like a knife.
so 2 hours later, it's supposed to end up looking like this, kind of like the very beginning of a medieval knife. Yeah, which we are nowhere close to, but we are going to move on to the next stage to see what is going to be done next.
Oh my god, I love TV. I just love TV.
So you kind of just forge the knife out, forge, okay? And now we don't need the handle anymore, so we can cut off the excess that we don't need.
Nothing will fly it.
Nothing, oh, don't worry.
Okay. You say nothing will fly? What the fly fuck? Hey, you are a liar.
Nothing flew.
Fuck
Okay,
you.
I didn't include sparks in the list of things.
You like
that
sparkly
flew.
things, right?
Yeah, but I don't like it flying at me, dude.
So we're gonna try and grind this now. So we're gonna try and make them look a bit more knife-like, a bit more like this, okay?
So this is like a giant nail filing machine.
That's the first thing we got to go in.
I'm a girl. Are there sparks flying out?
Yes, there's gonna be sparks.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna try and straighten the knife.
Huh? Your hand not hot, man, like that, ho? Your hand not hot, man?
No, it's not that hot.
Oh my god. It's not like a nail filing machine at all. It's quite fun actually. I quite like this part.
This part fun, right?
Yeah.
Wow, not bad, Not bad, Wendy.
She's very pretty,
It's fun. Okay.
Nice.
Now it looks a bit more like a knife.
Yeah, now it looks more like a knife. Okay, hold tight, Hold tight, don't let go,
I feel so badass.
Alright, Alright, so we're done with the grinding part. So I guess the knife now look like nice, and then the next step is to go for hardening, right?
Yes, the heat treatment, yeah.
Heat treatment. Okay.
But this feels kind of hard though.
Yeah, it's tough, but it's not hard yet. Well, I
Okay.
mean, it's hard for material. It's
Okay.
going to get harder from here on.
Oh,
Wow, it sounds like a promise.
she likes it hard.
Okay, so now the knives are already ground to roughly the shape, which we did during the soft state. We're going to do the heat treatment on it, which involves first the heating of the steel, and then after we're going to cool it very quickly in water.
It's quite zen, the feeling.
So right after hardening, after you quench the steel is very brittle, so we have to temper it, which is reducing the hardness by increasing the toughness of the thing, so it doesn't snap when you're using it. So this is 180 degrees Celsius. We're going to put it in for an hour. After that, we should have a workable steel, and we can start the final finishing of the knife.
So it has been an hour, and the knives are out of the temper oven. And next step, we are going to do grinding part 2 back at this machine again.
Okay, so you can see the beginning of the silver. Okay, and you can see what the end result we are looking for is. And this knife is actually what we call a nashiji knife. It has this pear skin texture, this kind of rough texture, which is the polished version of the forged finish. Okay, so
What's the point of that? Just decor only lah.
yeah, just decor, just show off, you know, like, oh, my knife handmade one. Okay, so I'm going to show you quickly how we polish the scale. So right now it's black. You can see, right, it's all dark. We're going to make it a bit shinier. Okay, so you can see it gets a little bit shiny. So this method, right, actually allows you to make the knife shiny without changing the texture. And that's how you preserve the nashiji. Alright, so I'm gonna let you guys try it now for like 5 minutes. Usually in our actual class, this takes about an hour. We can see it's roughly about 5 minutes of work. It's
very
turned
rough.
like that, okay? It's still a bit rough. So sadly, we don't have time to do the whole polish. Okay? But you can see here, we have the final product, which is something that's very shiny. After it's polished, it looks nice, but it's only a knife if you can cut well with it. So now I'm going to show you guys how to sharpen a knife. Okay. And for this purpose, we're going to use mostly whetstones.
So no machines here.
Today we're learning what you can do at home. Okay, and of course, the last stage of sharpening is always done by hand.
Okay.
Yeah, if you are a professional lah. Very seldom you will have machines that are fine enough to do the work that we do here. Finger underneath the knife, roughly this angle is good enough. It's not critical, just don't go too low. If you go too low, you will scratch the finish on the knife and you're going to repolish it again. This stone is soaked in water, and if it gets too dry, right, you're just going to get a bit of water from underneath here, and we just drip it on top.
Why does it need to be wet? To reduce friction?
I think it's to reduce friction. It also helps to break down the stone. So actually, as you're going, the stone actually disintegrates. And that's part of the reason why the cutting surface is always fresh. Okay? And also it prevents clogging. You see all the metal dust, right? It gets washed away as you're sharpening.
Okay, so I was sharpening for a while already. How do I know whether it's like sharp enough to go to the next stage or whether it's sharp?
I'm going to cut some paper to see what is the meaning of sharpness.
Yes.
Okay? So I'm going to show you first a very sharp knife here, and it's one of our sharpest knives. So you can watch here.
Whoa!
Wow,
Okay.
so satisfying.
Okay.
Oh my god, look at that.
Okay. So I'm going to let you try this now.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
and then right, we're going to use the knife that you sharpened, okay? And then you tell me if you are...
You mean you sharpen too?
Oh.
Yes, baby.
Okay.
Wow, shit, I need this knife.
You do. Okay. You need to learn how to sharpen a knife until it reaches this state, okay? So,
Okay.
great.
Hey, let
so
me
now
use
you
my
know the
laptop
bend.
knife.
Now
Okay,
you-
okay. Alright, 超级白.
Doesn't even cut. Okay. So,
Terrible.
It is a very, very coarse swear word. Like, I never realized it.
okay.
Because I'm always the one saying it.
Okay, so let's try and see what's causing that. Can I help you a bit here because this needs a bit of work? Okay, so anyway, I'm going to help you a bit because this stone is a bit precious. So if you go too hard on it, it might ruin my stone. I'm going to help you.
Yeah, they're very nerd about their stones.
I've never sharpened a knife in my life.
Seriously?
Yes.
After
If it's blunt, I just deal with it being blunt.
That's very bad.
So that was it.
I was just like 大力点哦.
Yeah, in fact, a lot of people in Singapore think that knives are like you buy it and then you use it, then when it's not sharp, you throw it away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
a lot of people think that, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Alright, so our knives are sharpened to a good enough standard now, and it's time to slot it into their handles, which are pre-made by him already.
So let's put it in.
Okay,
Okay, so
that's what she said.
it doesn't go in. That's what she said too.
Lubricate it.
This one.
I do not want to imagine y'all in any sexual position.
Stupid Ross.
So you put it in, right? Then you can give it a light tap on the table. It will tighten up. Yeah.
Like that. Angsty, yeah.
Okay, let's go. Oh yes. Okay, very good. Now you should feel snug and tight. Roz, you want to do one? Yeah.
Do not make that sound though. Okay. Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Easy entry. I would appreciate my knife a lot more now. Seriously.
Yeah. I hope you guys don't throw your knives away when they're blunt. Okay, kind of
Yeah.
sharpen them properly.
I will not try to bargain as well next time when they tell me it's expensive. Because if we actually made this, we'll charge how much? Come on.
I don't know, 2,000. 5 days of my time, It's very long, Alright, so we've come to the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. And before you go, of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that little bell icon so you get notifications every time a new video is out. And also, it's coming. Download the Clicknetwork app so that you can watch our videos before they come on YouTube, before everyone else, because Xiaxue is the Singapore spirit, right? Thank you guys for leaving so many comments or suggestions on what we should do on the next Guide to Life. And your answers have been really creative, so please keep them coming. And who knows, your suggestion might be the new Guide to Life video, right? So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!